It is another mystery of the deep. As hopes fade for the 5 wealthy Titanic tourists who vanished while exploring the wreck aboard a mini-submarine, one question keeps arising: what happened? It is possible that no one will ever know after the sub called Titan suddenly went silent. And around 13,000 feet underwater beside the Titanic. On board was a British billionaire, one of Pakistan's richest men, and his son, a famed French explorer and the CEO of the company running the dive. They began their voyage early Sunday, with 96 hours of oxygen inside the sub and have not been heard from since. Accidents are the most likely cause. Perhaps the most obvious explanation is that the submersible became tangled in the wreckage of the Titanic itself. The ship split into 2 pieces as it sank back in 1912, and those sections now lie amidst a huge debris field on the seabed. Navigating the wreck is extremely dangerous, according to those who have dived it. It is possible that the sub's pilot got disoriented, perhaps after communications were interrupted, causing the craft to get snagged. Another explorer has described how a sedan Titan is equipped with drop weights, which can be thrown overboard to give it extra buoyancy, potentially freeing it and helping it float to the surface. But if it is stuck, for example, inside the Titanic, there could be little the crew would be able to do except wait for help. A banging noise picked up on sonar could. The sub relies on batteries to power communications, and a failure could explain why it lost contact with the surface. But they also power the engines, the lights, and the heating. Sub dead in the water, in complete darkness, and in freezing temperatures. Questions have been raised over the quality of the sub. After one passenger pulled out, over fear she discovered that scaffolding poles were being used as ballast, and a video game controller was being used for steering. An Ocean Gate engineer also previously quit over safety concerns about the structural integrity of the sub, and an industry body wrote a letter in 2018 criticizing the company's experimental approach. There will still be the matter of getting it back to the surface when its engines aren't working. They may still be able to surface, but there is no sign of the vessel yet. Another possibility is that the sub has become tangled in a piece of debris like a fishing net. Thousands of so-called ghost nets are swept around the deep ocean after being lost by trawler men. Back in 2005, a Russian submersible called S-28 became entangled on just such a net while it was underwater off the Kamchatka Peninsula in far eastern Siberia. The net got caught in its propellers and caused it to sink to the seabed, with a British underwater drone brought in to cut the netting and free it. All 7 crew members made it safely to the surface days later, but they were stuck under just a few hundred feet of water compared to the Titan's 13,000. To cut the craft free, rescuers will first have to find it. And sonar is not good at distinguishing the sub from the wreckage of the Titanic scattered around it, and even if it can be cut free. Do you think about this video? Do let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.
Travel around the world, got me catching flights. Lobster, yes sir, I might take a bite. New city and cuisines brand new, stay true. Wanna welcome all of you to PEEZY world. PEEZY world.